Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here. Today we're going to be recording the OLT Finals live. It's Tricking on Yellow Maria 97 and Separation. So, on the one side, Tricking is probably one of the most established players this generation and overall over the last couple of years. He won last OLT and he's made it very far into other tournaments like Smogon Tour and Grand Slam. As for Separation, perhaps a bit of a newer player, but if you're familiar with his level of play and his team building, then you should without a doubt be confident in what he's bringing to the table. We're going to see actually a very similar turn one. Both are going to lead with their Shifu and then pivot right up to their Weezing Galar, which is pretty funny, but both these are really great players. Separation, arguably one of the more dominant players recently, whereas Tricking's been more consistently dominant over a couple of years now. As for the teams, it looks like Tricking is using a team that's pretty cool. It's got Azumarill plus Weezing Galar. So two fairy types you don't see every day. Also the dual fighting core of Hawlucha and Urshifu, and then a Volcarona and a Rhyperior to round things out. So yeah, as for Separation, it looks like a pretty solid bulky team. Zeraora, Urshifu, Weezing Galar, Mantine, Ferrothorn, and Blissey. All in all, looking at the matchup, that's a very, very, very useless, emphasis on useless, Volcarona from the Tricking side. But something like a timely Azumarill or both of the fighters just slowly chipping down to Weezing Galar could go a long way here. It's a budge from there, so I wonder if you're going to see a power up here. That'd be pretty big for Separation. He goes for the rocks, though, so that's a problem. That's pretty problematic. Honestly, I think that was a good play there by Tricking. He kind of had to force the issue, but I don't know if I would have timed it in that specific scenario, but I think it worked out really nicely. Plus 6 knock doesn't always kill, I believe, but I think it's got a good chance to kill. Assuming max defense Ferrothorn, but I think he might actually toss out the, I was going to say Zeraora, but with some chip on Rhyperior, Zeraora actually does pretty nicely. He might just toss this out, in all honesty. He doesn't really need it. He should be fine. Just, okay, he tosses out the Weezing Galar, which I don't agree with whatsoever, but in hindsight, it actually makes a lot of sense because it's huge power, so he should be able to live 2 moves at +2, so he knows he can live that, because this negates the huge power, so now it's basically just a +2 Azumarill, if that makes sense, because, well, so you lose the ability, right? But you gain the belly drum, so that multiplies your attack by 4, but the ability multiplies your attack by 2. So it's basically just got a Swords Dance up with the 50 base attack of Azumarill, which is really not that overwhelming. It's basically like 110, 120 attack as Azumarill now, if you did the math. So, yeah, that player off miss, oh, that's really bad. It probably would have done 45. Okay, well, he pain split, so who cares? That doesn't actually do anything. I think the play was the Sludge Bomb, but maybe he's trying to stall the Misty Drain. That only does like 39, 40. Yeah, okay, so he goes for the Sludge Bomb here. It doesn't quite take him out, though, so that's a huge problem there for Separation. Now he might have to see Separation go to that Ferrothorn to preserve this. He really, really, really wants this alive for the Urshifu. He does that. Ferrothorn actually stomachs that player off pretty comfortably. It takes 71%, but now it's still going to be above a third health, so you might be able to come in on something like the Weezing Galar, or potentially get some Iron Barbs off. Maybe even tank a Stone Edge, but not multiple ones, so he's got to be careful. Actually, it's Rock's Rhyperior, so it's probably Heat Crash, yeah. He's not going to be locking Stunch. Anyway, Urshifu comes out here. I think you just let go of the Ferrothorn. Yeah, you let go of the Ferrothorn. You could let go of the Mantine if you're sure it's not Safeguard Volk, but I don't love that idea, because Misty Drain can be up and that could deter Blissey's ability to be Volcarona anyway. So he just lets go of the Ferrothorn, which is fine. He got Rocks up anyway. Now at this point, you probably go to the Weezing and you just click, oh, he goes to Zeraora? I don't know about that. It's not player off on a team with Weezing Galar, I don't think. And close combat might be a roll. If he's admin, it should be able to be favorable to kill, though. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Could also be a Life Orb Zero, or he goes for the Sucker Punch. Yeah, no, I don't love that idea. Just going for the Volt Switch. I think that was really silly. I think he should have just went to his... I guess he didn't know the set, but... Well... It's at 50, and if it's not choice banded, then I don't know that Iron Head would even kill the Weezing Galar. I guess he knew it would. I guess he calculated that, but it didn't really take any time, so I'm not sure. But either way, it seems Separation's confident that that's admin based off the sucker damage, and his is probably plus speed, given that he was so confident going for the Drain Punch. So he just Drain Punched into the Weezing Galar only to 12%. He's got Iron Head, Life Orb. Iron Head should take this out, though, so we'll have to wait and see. But I say Separation managed to kind of control the damage pretty nicely, but the issue is that these... The Hawlucha is really menacing now. So it seems he's not confident he could kill the Weezing, be it because of his moveset or whatever else, so he goes to the Mantine, but honestly I'm really worried about that Hawlucha for Tricking. If he gets his Swords Dance up, then it should be able to win the game from here. He doubles to Zeraora on a taunt, which is a really good play, I think. That was a nice play. I didn't expect that. I don't really know what Separation was scared of. Maybe like a random Thunderbolt or something, because Scald actually looked really free, but it actually worked out nicely for him. Rhyperior, though, he's going to have to predict Rhyperior nicely. He's not going to want to go for Electric, move into it. Okay, that's unfortunate. It's not leftover, so I'm wondering if he's just no rocks on this team, and this is like another Choice Bender, or if it's like some setup variant. We have to wait and see here. I think the play, though, is probably just to go to Urshifu. You don't really need Urshifu's health. He's probably going to go for... Oh, he doubles the Volcarona. Okay, I don't think that does anything for tricking side, but... Hey, I've been wrong before. Bug Buzz crits and kills. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Wow. That was a really... I don't know how to put it. I don't agree with the play from Separation staying in there at all. Because if it's Fire Blast could kill regardless. But, oh wait, did he reveal fire? He revealed fire. You know what, actually, that was not a bad play. But that crit really stings. Wow. So now it's kind of Mantine versus World, but I don't think the Mantine is necessarily, like, in a horrible position. Quiver Dance here is fine and all, but you can't break through a Mantine surely. A Fire Dance is only doing, like, 16 plus 1, and surely it's hazy, as you see there. So... I don't see Volcarona winning this 1v1, but I'm just trying to figure out how Tricking actually beats this Mantine now. Scald is doing 34 despite being a +1. Psychic, it is a Psychic variant, so it's doing 28. So it's a little bit of chip, but a little bit's not always enough. He goes to Urshifu here. Is he going to call it with the Scald? He didn't need to roost yet. He didn't need to roost. He scalds. Does it burn? It does not burn. That's quite unfortunate. I think that was a really bad play there by Tricking. I think he could have stalled that out for a couple more sequences. What? Why would you do that? Oh, no. I don't agree with that. I think that Blissey was really useless. Well, that's a good game. I think that Separation got a little sloppy there at the end. I think Tricking made a really bad play or two, but also some really amazing plays to get in that position. So I think overall this was a solid game. It kind of got rushed at the end. Neither player really took their time to think it through, and that's fine. It kind of sometimes that happens with the pace of the game. I mean, I've been in those positions a million times before, so definitely don't blame either player. I really like Tricking's team. I think there was some really cool stuff there. The two fairy types, Misty Terrain, Weezing Galar with the Holucha. I think that's an interesting strategy there. So really cool to see that as a Separation. I liked his team too. Mantine could have gotten a lot out of Mantine. Maybe he was slower than a max speed, an admin Rhyperior. That's the only really explanation as to why I think he played it this way. But anyway, we're waiting now for game 2. Gonna be interesting to see what they come back with. I mean, Tricking basically uses like 3 different types of teams here. It's all hyper offense like this, or like close to hard stall teams, or just random stand balances. So I'm hoping that Separation kind of adapts to that and realizes that it's more of the same here. It'll be interesting to see what he comes up with. I think that if I had to guess, Tricking's probably going to stall this game, but I've been so wrong before. I mean, it's just a guessing game. So we'll have to wait and see. Kind of waiting here though. Would be nice to see this game too. I'm really excited for it. I don't want to put it on pause though, just because it's been messing with my software. But just some analysis on game 1 real quick. I feel like the Weezing Galar from Separation could have been thrown out more, like before, and you could keep the Mantine, because if you're able to get past this Urshifu, I guess actually he was scared of it being close combat, but it was never ever going to be close combat. Surely it was bulk up in the 4th slot, right? I guess he was scared it could have one-shotted Blissey with close combat, but I don't think I think he was bulk up. I think you have to risk that at that point. I think because the only way for Separation to win this game is to A, save the Mantine, B, go to Blissey, kill this with Seismic Toss for taking all the Wicked Blow damage, and then C, he would need to get a Scald Burn on that Holucha at some point. If he gets a Scald Burn on the Holucha, then I think that Separation had a legitimate chance of winning, assuming the Mantine's faster than the Rhyperior, but that's so many conditions, so we're just going to assume that one of those conditions wasn't met. Well, we're going to see the same exact team from Tricking. Just got a mod chat real quick. Yeah, so it's the same team from Tricking. Separation bringing a team that looks a bit more standardized. So some things about this team I'm seeing here, it looks like it's got to be a Calm Mind. I really don't think this is Wish plus Teleport on Clef. I don't think he has enough to use it. So I think it's a Calm Mind Clef here. My idea would be it's either Calm Mind plus Thunderbolt with Dragon Dance Kyurem, because that's one way of abusing Dragon Dance Kyurem sucking against Pex, or it's Calm Mind plus Flamethrower with a Specs or a Sub Roost Kyurem with Freeze Dry. Either way, though, Clefable actually does pose a pretty decent threat to this team besides Volcarona. And Volcarona, though, Volcarona with Psychic, it actually looks really good here. So it's got to be a Rock Slide Hippowdon for separation in order to handle that. If it's not Rock Slide, then it could be a blowout potentially here. Urshifu into a Lucha, it's okay here, but it's not amazing. If only because the combination of Pex plus Sand plus Clef with a clear Revenge Killer for the Urshifu makes it so that it should be contained. Belladrum, Azumarill, though, it probably is going to get one kill, but then get Revenge Killed. But if it's not Freeze Dry Kyurem, again, that's a big thing there. If it's not Freeze Dry Kyurem, then that might not even be able to Revenge Kill, in which case that could just win. So, Rhyperior also can be threatening, assuming it's an offensive variant. All in all, I think the matchup definitely favors tricking here. Yeah, no, I think the matchup favors tricking. Now, I think a lot of it depends on separation sets, though. For example, a Specs or a Subroost kind of Kyurem and a Rock Slide Hippowdon fare much better here. But on the flip side, yeah. So anyway, Misty Train Weezing can't actually status Hippowdon, so that's good for the tricking side. And also, he takes Earthquake damage still, but he's not Levitate still. So yeah, it is Taunt, so you might see Taunt trying to catch the Stealth Rock, but I think the play for separation here is just to go for Earthquake. He goes Toxapex, though, which I don't understand at all. What are you predicting when you go Toxapex? Earthquake is super free. So I think that was a blunder off the bat for separation there, not going to lie. I really don't see the downside in going to the for Earthquake. If he goes Hawlucha that early in the game, then A, he has to respect the prospect of you being Toxic or Whirlwind, so he might have to go for a Taunt or a Sub on the first turn. B, you have a full health Toxapex and Clefable right off the bat. And yeah, he goes Stealth Rock straight here. So basically, because of that turn 1 misplay, now, I'm not even going to call it misplay, but just misstep. Yeah, a misplay implies like there's some outright negativity. Okay, well, he goes Earthquake into a weakness policy. That just, why not go for Rocks? I don't know. I feel like separation's kind of playing into this. I mean, the second it didn't reveal leftovers last game, I don't know really what I expected. Anyway, yeah, he goes Earthquake there into Corviknight. I'm assuming Corviknight's quicker because Corviknights have been running Speed Lot and Magnezone, he's Subroost. Okay, so he can maybe stall out the Stone Edges here? Yeah, I think that's how he does it. Also a chance of an edge missing. Either way, though, that's 4 Stone Edges off the bat, done. That's 6 Stone Edges off the bat, done. So, surely he's just gonna sub again here. And, I mean, yeah, now you just, like, spam ball. You just can't Roost, basically, because he might Earthquake. So, yeah, he's out of Stone Edge PP now. So, I'm wondering if he's going to Earthquake Fish or if he's just going to go Volcarona and try to keep this low. I roost here predicting the Volcarona. I Brave Bird here predicting the Volcarona. Knowing worst case scenario, it just chips right here. Oh, please Brave Bird, please Brave Bird. Oh, no, he bulked up. No, come on. That was never, ever, ever the play. You Brave Bird if you predict a switch, and otherwise you simply just go for the Roost. If you predict you Brave Bird if you predict a switch. And if you predict him to stay in, I guess bulk up was the play then. You can't Roost on the Earthquake. So yeah, I guess that was the side of it. Ironhead there, don't flinch. It doesn't flinch, and Moonblast hits through. So now we've got a game because we have Hawlucha that could potentially go in for tricking, but that Urshifu's out. So Hippowdon here, is it going to be Rock Slide? We're going to have to wait and see. Fiery Dance is going to be doing 29 only, so that's very little. It does get an attack raise, a special attack raise, though. That's pretty big there. Another Fiery Dance is going to do 50. Oh my god, and it's Toxic. Okay. So, on the one hand, it's kind of contained, but on the other hand, I don't love this. I think you got to let this Hippowdon go now, which is a shame because it looked really good. Psychic does kill this, of course. Yeah, but now the Drills, of course, can be able to come in and Revenge Kill this Volk. Unless it's... Actually, it might be Bulky. It probably lives in Earthquake then. I wonder if he goes for Rock Slide if he has it, because this team is really, really weak to the Rotom Heat. So I would be surprised if this is Rock Slide because you... Actually, it needs Spin, though, so I don't know if it can fit both Spin and Rock Slide unless it foregoes Swords Dance or Toxic, so tough to say. He might also be able to forego Iron... I don't think you want to forego Ironhead in this one. I've seen it a couple times before, but I wouldn't advise it personally. Anyway, here, I think you just have to try and do as much damage as you can. We'll have to wait and see, though. So yeah, I'm thinking that the play here is simply to go for whatever your strongest move against Volcarona is, if you're Separation. And if you're tricking, then I don't see a way where you could sweep against Pex and Kyurem that's a full health when you're poisoned. So I think you just go for the kill here, and if you get it, great. If not, if he kills you, then at least you can gain momentum. He goes wheezing, which I don't understand at all. That just died to the earthquake. So, I mean, yeah, no. Now you just go to the Halucha and you go for game, I guess. But I don't know if you could do that against Pex. I really don't. He goes to Zoomeril. Well, I guess he's banking in and not being a freeze dry Kyurem. I think if you're separation here, you just go for the clef. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wait, what is Tricking doing? It lived at 1. Okay, well, I don't agree with that belly drum at all. But it worked out, I guess. Crazy. That's crazy. So you just fire off the clef now, surely. Please tell me he doesn't leave this in here. That would be... Wait, if it's Rocky Helmet Pex, you could go Rocky Helmet. You could go to it on the Aqua Jet, but if you do that in the face of if you do that in the face of a knockoff, then you're kind of screwed against Halucha. So you got to be really careful here. I think you just yeah, what? Why is he so bent on preserving the clef? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. I'm what? It would have been nice to have that to revenge kill Azumarill Rhyperior, because after rocks, this might not be able to do so. I guess he's banking on. Okay, so it's protect. Why is it protect? I'm confused. It probably like 40. It does 43. Okay, Icicle Sphere takes that out. Well, this is interesting here. He's gonna go Lucha. Yeah, it's Tyranic Cinder Wheezing, so he goes Lucha, gets the +1 special defense. I mean, at this point, do you just go for the Icicle Sphere? Or do you go Pex? I mean, this has been played really bizarre by separation in my eyes. I'm not trying to understand, but neither player is taking much time here. Drain what? This is just funny. It is Helmet. Okay, so it's Helmet. That's good for that's really good for separation against Halucha in particular. Sub, please tell me it hazes here. Scalds. Okay, obviously that's not gonna break the sub. You got a haze here now. But once you haze, yeah, now you can just recover, and it seeing as it's gonna do too much damage to itself. So yeah, also, side note, being non-close combat Halucha is like a criminal offense in my eyes. You just recover on one of the Swords Dances, I think. Because then it starts attacking and takes Helmet, and it's not going to out-recover Helmet with Drain Punch. But like, imagine not being able to kill something like a Ferrothorn with Gyro Ball +2, like, that's like the worst. So yeah, it doesn't even kill like a max defense, Iron Defense Magnus on a +2 either. That's just like a mind-boggling how you could use that, honestly. I get it, it's cool, and I think it's really cool seeing these things like that, but if you want to run Drain Punch, you absolutely want to run Close Combat over Substitute in my eyes. Yeah, Acro's +2 is only 65. Only, that's actually a lot. We Scald here, no burn, wait a second, why didn't you recover? If you recover, I don't understand. If you recover, then you just can fire off the Clef, and then 2 Rocky Helmets forces a kill, and then Kyurem wins the game. What the hell? That was a huge choke there. Separation had this game, I think. Unless somehow the Corviknight lost to the Rhyperior, but no, that was never happening. Yeah, that was a huge choke. I don't understand. Wow, and all of a sudden Separation's lost. This is just, wow. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of disappointing seeing how he played that. But hey, that's that. Good game. Tricking was the better player here, clearly. Separation just didn't, well, plan his game very well at all, to put it bluntly. Really anticlimactic ending, I'm not gonna lie, but hey, Tricking was clearly the best player in this tournament. He won here 2-0 in very decisive fashion. I guess Separation just didn't think this endgame through. But yeah, no, congratulations to Tricking. Really well played, and I really love this team that he brought. I didn't agree with how I played game 1 so much, but his game 2 was really well played despite a really bad matchup in my eyes. And his opponent definitely made some mistakes there, but I don't think you could really blame that on Separation. You got to keep in mind that Separation, this is his first big tournament, and he's made it thus far against some amazing opponents. I think that's just great. Honestly, Separation's a super strong player. Really excited to see him in the future. And yeah, definitely some mistakes here, but don't hold that against Separation. I'm really excited to see what he has to do in future tournaments. It's going to be interesting to see there. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this this tournament coverage, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want to keep in touch with the channel, check out the Twitter, check out the Discord server, and yeah, have a great day, guys. All right, peace out. Bye.